Welcome to the fourth part of the video tutorial on using the iLogbook program. In this section we're going to talk about how you export data out of the phone and get it into your home computer. So from the main page, pick the export icon, and you're going to see at the top is a list of all the flights that are currently in the phone, and we can mark flights as already exported or not. So typically when you do an export, you then would hit mark all, and that's going to now mark all these flights so that they won't get exported another time. As we add new flights, those won't be marked initially, so the next time we do an export, then just the new flights will get exported. And you can go in and you can clear these or select particular ones and mark them not to be exported, whatever. The two ways that you're typically going to export are by email or by web server, and the way that you do it just depends on what's more convenient for you. Unfortunately, I can't show you the email export using the iPhone simulator because the email application is not included on the simulator. So I'm going to just show you the web server, but email works almost exactly the same way. For email, you've hopefully already configured who it should send the email to in the settings for the iPhone. And then when you hit export via email, you automatically show up in the mail program, and it'll have a new message with the to and the optional carbon copy filled in, and the body of the email will have your flight data filled into it. An alternative to email is to export via the web server. The iPhone itself can become a web server, so if you're at home with a wireless network, the phone will automatically come up on that wireless network. So you just hit export via web server, and it's going to tell you the address that you should enter in your browser on your home computer in order to access the phone. If this came up something like all zeros, that would mean that for some reason the phone wasn't able to get an IP address on your wireless network, and you'd want to check into the settings of your wireless network router. As long as the web server is running, we have this little thing up here with the done button. When you're all done and you've finished exporting the data to your home computer, then you can hit done, and you'll go back here and you can go back out to the main page and continue using the program to enter data. Now I'm going to show you how we go onto our personal computer while that web server is running and get the data into our web browser and then cut and paste it into Excel. With the iPhone running the web server, we go to our personal computer. It's got to be on the same wireless network as the phone, and we open our web browser. Now if you use a Macintosh like I do, Bonjour will automatically find the iPhone for you. But you can also just enter in the URL that's right on the screen of the iPhone, and it tells you the IP address and port number. You just basically type that in and you'll see exactly this. Now this is the comma separated version of it. Typically we're going to want the HTML table. So if we just actually add table onto the end of the URL, then we'll get this, which is probably what you're going to want because Excel understands HTML tables. So what we're going to do is just select everything in there and copy. And now we're going to go to Excel and we're going to paste it in. So you can see that Excel understood the columns and has arranged it in the order, and notice it's not in the order it was in when we entered the data. It's in the order when we originally configured our logbook. So this should agree with what you've already got in Excel. And I just gave as an example, I pasted that in, but I already had some columns totaling up values, and you can see it's properly adding up the flight times. And that's all there is to it. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoy using the program.